I really didn't believe that study.
No,
I thought that if men had the opportunity to take a pill and have as much sex as they wanted without the possibility of getting somebody pregnant, I thought they'd go for it in a
Well, they read the
heartbeat.
side effects. You have nausea, weight gain, decreased libido. You got headaches.
Oh,
that's a deal breaker.
That was the deal
side
breaker.
effects. I got to tell you, so I'm having this convo with my husband now about...
You should be.
Well, yeah, so we're debating, like, are we done having kids? And I hate...
Today, we're going to get into why women humiliate the modern man. We're also going to answer what and how this process of degradation started. It's very interesting to me how a woman will publicly humiliate a guy and feel no remorse whatsoever. The same phenomenon happens when a woman kicks a man in his balls and everybody laughs because it's amusing, right? Women can assault a man and completely disrespect him and there will be no repercussions. Whenever a man is willing to stand up for masculinity in any way, he is often ridiculed of being overly misogynistic. Let's be real. Men today are a joke, and it's not entirely their fault. Men are supposedly the laughingstock of society because there's no default respect for the male gender whatsoever. A man essentially has to earn a sense of respect in the world, as this is partly associated with his manhood. Since the humiliation of the male gender is linked to misandry, it probably has its roots back in the 19th century, or perhaps further back. Misandry was first used in the Spectator magazine in the year of 1871 and was introduced to the Webster's Collegiate Dictionary in 1952. Misandry is associated with androcide, which is defined as the extermination of the male gender. Some militant feminists have already expressed their deep hostility towards men in terms of politics, relationships, marriages, and dating. This is not to say that all feminists are misandristic, as some critics have already dissociated misandry from feminism. Valerie Solanas was the most notable for her misandry in her manifesto titled SCUM, which was published in 1967. This was the foundation of radical feminism in terms of misandry. Eventually, Valerie Solanas was arrested for attempted murder of Andy Warhol in 1968. She believed that men were biologically inferior to women. This was expressed in a book written by historian Alice Eccles in 1989 titled Daring to be Bad, Radical Feminism in America. Misandry has been institutionalized as it is a byproduct of gynocentrism. Misandry is often developed in women who have had poor experiences with men, whether that be by their upbringing, such as child abuse, molestation, neglect, or perhaps poor experiences in dating, romantic relationships, or marriages. This still doesn't quite answer the question though. Why do women humiliate men? Women have little to no respect for men today because of social conditioning, and most importantly, they know there's no serious consequences behind it. The truth is that some women get off on the idea that they can overpower a man and can control their relationships. One of the primary tactics that some women use against their spouse is withholding sex. Men who don't pose a sexual threat to a woman usually encounter more problems in regard to physical intimacy and respect. The toxic element of feminism is predicated on the notion that women and men are equal and that women should not become male deference in any way. This is misandry at work. The truth of the matter is that women with misandristic views feel threatened by masculinity. Misandry at its essence is linked to fear. This is termed androphobia. Another reason why men are often humiliated not only by a woman, but by the mainstream, is because they don't want men to realize or reach their true marketplace value. The author Rollo Tomassi gets into this in his first book, chapter 10, called The Threat. Gynocentrism is designed for men's failure. Gynocentrism's primary purpose is to preserve women and their perceived value while simultaneously hiding men's potential value and turning them into the main culprits of disorders of modern society. This is the main reason why most men fail women's shit tests so miserably. This is also why game is so significant today as it relates to men's masculine wisdom. Women generally bluff to test men's strength. This is women's way of determining a man's worth and suitability in every sector of the marketplace. The narrative is orchestrated by misandrists. This is displayed in Hollywood movies and reality talk shows such as The View and The Real Show. I understand that these shows are places where women can express their opinions, but whenever a man voices his opinion, especially if it descends from that of the general public, he often gets attacked. The misconception that people have about the red pill is that men in this space generally have a bitterness towards women. This is only partly true. The truth of the matter is that red pill men see things from a different paradigm. For some women, it strokes their ego for them to just humiliate and disrespect a man, especially if he's an intimate partner. Men should always make sure that they're always improving their overall well-being and lot in life so that they'll experience the best that life have to offer.